Tim O'Shea. I'm doing my Workforce 207 class on nail gun inspection. So basically, the first thing you want to do when you are going to inspect any of these nail guns, remember there are multiple power sources. I happen to have a pneumatic powered one right here. First thing I want to do is disconnect the gun from the power. This one, pneumatic powered, I shove forward, pull that back. There's going to be a little puff of air come out. This one is now disconnected. This, same type of gun, these are both finished guns. This has a battery. To disconnect this, I'm going to remove the battery. I just brought these along to show you that these are two different types of pneumatic nail guns. We talked about how some of these require daily lubrication. It will clearly state right here on both these guns where the oil goes. And I looked in the owner's manual and I found out both of these require about 3 drops of pneumatic air lube or oil every day. This gun right here, I looked in the owner's manual. It does not require daily lubrication. So I'm doing a visual inspection. And now this one's got a little bit of rust on it. So what I want to do is make sure this gun should never fire unless I actuate this plunger. So I should never be able to pick a gun up and pull the trigger and have it fire. That works the same for all 4 guns. So to figure out what type of fastener I need for this gun, it's clearly marked right here on the gun. This one takes a 16 gauge nail. So I got a box of 16 gauge nails out here. You can see that they're identified as 16 gauge nails. This gun states right here that it takes an 18 gauge nail. Clearly marked on the gun. So I find the box of nails, clearly marked 18 gauge nails. I could put, this is an 18 gauge nail right here. Excuse me, a 16 gauge. This is an 18 gauge. They're very similar. I could get either one of these clips to go in the wrong gun, which would cause a jam. So I've done my visual inspection. There is some rust on here, but the plunger appears to be working correctly. So I don't see any obvious damage. It hasn't been dropped or dinged or anything like that. So the next thing I'm going to do, everything slides freely. Now, one thing that all guns will have is there might be a nail in here that you can't see. So they all have this feature right here, so I can open the nail gun up and verify that it is actually 100% empty. Remember, accidental discharge, #1 cause of accidents with nail guns. So I've done my visual. I'm going to select the right nail for the gun. I'm going to load it. They have a slide mechanism. I'm going to plug it in. This is how I plug in the power, and I'm going to test fire it. Now, one of the things I want to do is point the nail gun in a safe direction, pull the trigger. It should never fire. I have to do a combination of things to press the plunger and pull the trigger. Now, whenever I leave a nail gun, I want to disconnect the power source. And that's how you inspect a nail gun.